Hey polish fans, welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer, and it is time for another recap of what I wore. So it is November, almost halfway through it by the time I'm filming this, but that means October is over, and as you can see I actually wore quite a number of polishes that month. Now a lot of these were worn in the same manicures together, so I wore a bunch of what I call sort of artist style nails with like strokes of other colors over your main color. So as usual, I'll post pictures up there because this is going to get complicated with especially this row down here. The first manicure that I wore was these three colors here. As you can see, I was going for sort of the orange coppery mix. The base of the manicure was this LA Colors. This one is called Topless, and this is a really beautiful sort of toasted coral. Not quite a terracotta, although I will say it was darker on the nails than I expected, but definitely sort of a toasty, slightly washed out color, which was really nice. I really enjoyed how this looked on the nails. I won't say it's one of my absolute favorites of the year, but I liked it. Then over that, I did some artistry paintbrush strokes of Femme Fatale, and this color here is Arrival of Venus. This one is a really beautiful sort of burnt orange linear holographic. This one is gorgeous. I can't wait to wear this one on its own. I think this one's really lovely. The color is very rich, and of course the linear holographic on this is really, really flaming. It's just beautiful. You can see all of that beautiful rainbow coloration in there. Just gorgeous. Then over that, I did a bit of this color here from Stella Chroma. And this one is Do This Again Old Fashioned. This one was from Polish Pickup. I will say these three layered over each other didn't exactly come out how I was expecting. I was really hoping that this holographic would sort of pop a bit more against this base, but I think they were too close together for this one to really stand out. So what you mainly saw was this Stella Chroma over top, which was beautiful. This is sort of this iridescent coppery gold topper, and it is definitely opaque enough for you to wear on its own when you build it up in 2 to 3 coats. It is a beautiful color. It's loaded with different components. You've got iridescent flakies as well as scattered holographic. So this one really popped on the nails. It looks absolutely beautiful, but I definitely think that for the look I was going for, I should have made a bit more of a contrast between these two first colors, but this one was absolutely gorgeous. Again, that one was Stella Chroma's Do This Again Old Fashioned. The next manicure that I did was these three here, and I was really happy with how this one turned out. I will say initially I wasn't blown away by it, but I wore this one for longer than some of my other manicures, and I really enjoyed how it turned out in the long run. So this first color that I put on was from Essence. This one is called Love Me Like You Do, and this is a beautiful cream mauve. This is a lovely color. I really enjoyed how this one came out, and these are nice and opaque. If you are generous, you can probably get these done in just one coat. I almost always do two just to be on the safe side and to sort of even things out and give it a bit of a plumper look. But this was a really beautiful color. Again, that was Love Me Like You Do from Essence. Then for my contrasting color, I learned my lesson from that first one here. I used Juleps, and this one is Juliana. This is a beautiful sort of sagey green. Again, it is a cream finish. Very nice color here. I really think this would make a nice manicure on its own. It's a really nice color. And then over that, to give it some bling, I used Geekish Glitter Lacquer, and this is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but that is from March 2020's Polish Pickup, and it is an effect topper. And as you can see, it's loaded with a whole bunch of fun stuff. It's got some shifting shimmer in it, it's got some golden holographic glitter, and it's got flakies. This packs a punch for as sheer as it is. Like the label says, it is an effect topper, so you can put this over any polish that you want and it's going to transform it. So you've got that sort of red to green to gold shift. You've got those flakies in a very similar shift that are going to add a larger particle on your nail. And then of course that holographic glitter is going to add a whole bunch of rainbow sparkles. So it's beautiful. It's a really lovely color. Definitely enjoyed the nice contrast and the golden sheen that it had with those other two polishes. And I'll definitely be putting this back on my fall rack to get more use out of. The next polish was not on my fingernails at all, but on my toes. I used DRK Nails, and that is a ring for Roxana. And this is a magnetic, but I didn't really use the magnet on my toes. But what I really like about this polish is just look at how rich it is. It is this really deep sort of burnt copper mixed with a very deep burgundy, and then you've got a bunch of ultra chrome chameleon flakies in there that shift, so you're going to see sparks of that electric green, some bright pink. It's lovely. And of course when you do use the magnet on it, it comes with this adorable one here. Let's see, I don't remember if the glass on this is too thick, but yeah, you can kind of see it moving there. It's just beautiful. You get this sort of fiery look when you've got the magnetic pigment pulled like that from the polish. Really beautiful, definitely rich and vampy. So I want to wear this on my nails as well. So this is, you guessed it, going back up on my fall nail polish rack to get more use out of. Okay, so this is the row that gets complicated because almost all of these wound up being in one manicure. And here's how. So the first one that I did was these four here. So I used two Koki Cosmetics, one from Serendipity, and then a different dimension topper. So the first color and the base of my manicure was this Koki Cosmetics called Darling Dahlia. This is a nice deep sort of not quite eggplanty purple, almost like a royal purple. I think eggplant leans a little bit more blue in my opinion, so this is a very nice rich royal purple. It is a bit on the lighter side than I feel like it's coming across on camera, but it's a really nice cream polish, and I really like how this one came across on the nail. Then my little artist stroke of color on top was another Koki Cosmetics, this one in Under the Sea, and this is a really deep cream polish in a nice teal. This is another one that I think will look amazing on its own. This one was a very nice contrast to this color, added another rich element to the nail, I feel, and I really like how it turned out. Then on top of that, and again, I was sort of playing around. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it, but I did another brush stroke of this one from Serendipity, and this one is called CEO Million. And this is a very dense linear holographic in sort of this charcoal coloration, and it definitely was not sheer. When I put this over these two, it definitely covered up more than when I was initially expecting. I was hoping to get, as you can see on this, sort of that sheer wash of like a gray holographic. Definitely wasn't that. It sort of surprised me with how opaque it was. But it added a really neat element of this beautiful, rich holographic against the two cream polishes. Then I wanted to add a little bit more bling, I guess, since I was using two cream polishes, and this was sitting on my desk, so I wound up using this, and this is from a different dimension, and this is Sign Your X on the Line, and this is a really fun topper. So you've got these metallic silver flakies, you've got gold flakies that are a bit on like the iridescent or sheer side, and then you've got some smaller elements in here as well, and I think those smaller elements are like gold glitter. But this was really fun. This is sort of unlike most of the toppers that I have. Gold is not one of my favorite elements, however what I really liked was these silver flakies, and those popped amazingly against the base of the rest of this manicure, so I was really happy with how this turned out, and I'll definitely be playing around more with this on other colors. So I wore that for a few days, and then I got bored and I wanted to do my nails again, but I didn't feel like taking it all off, so I instead picked up Fair Maiden's Mind Freak. Now I had been pre-warned from a couple of viewers that this one is a possible stainer, so I put this over 4 different colors. Figured there was no way it would stain, and it didn't. But this is a lovely, lovely color. I mean, this This is just so unique. This reminds me of Bonfire Embers. It is deep and rich, but it glows, and it's just so glowy. It is this really rich, vibrant orange. You've got all of these iridescent and ultra chrome chameleon flakies in here, and holographic. It's a stunner. I'm really glad that I got this on the Polish Pickup Rewind. I had not gotten it on the first release, and I'm really glad I was able to grab it, because this one, I cannot, again, wait to wear this one on its own, because this one completely blew me away. Even as a topper over this darker color, it turned out really, really nice. So this was the base for my topper manicure over these 4 colors. Then I pulled out China Glaze, and this one is Mustard the Courage. And this was on a lot of people's must-have or favorite lists for last fall. And me not being a yellow person, I was sort of drawn to the fact that this was a bit on the dusty side. You'll hear me say quite often that I like these dustier colors, and so this mustardy sort of color seemed like it would be a good way to sort of get into the yellows and see if I actually like it. So I did a little paintbrush line of these over this Fair Maiden color. Then over that, I wanted to add a little bit more bling, so I picked out Wildflower Lacquers, and this one was Sun Chaser. This was a group custom in the Yellow Polish Lovers group. And the reason I got this is because of all of these amazing flakies that the maker used. Look at how loaded this is. You've got these amazing iridescent flakies in a whole bunch of different colors. Then you've got this bright yellow sunshiny color in sort of this squishy jelly base. And I most likely will be wearing this almost exclusively as a topper, unless by next summer I'm into yellows, which I might be, you never know. But I thought this one was really fun. And again, one of those yellows that, because of all of the other colors that are in here, like even at that angle, you can see that orange, or at least hopefully you can with that glare that's there. But it's got that beautiful orange in there, plus it has that electric green from the flakies. So you're getting a bunch of other colors too, instead of just a straight yellow. So I thought again that this would be worth trying, and it was beautiful against this deep orange. And that's, I think, one of the best uses I'm going to get out of this, is as sort of this flash of golden gleam on top of darker colors. I think that makes this absolutely pop, and it looks amazing. So that again was Wildflower Lacquers Sun Chaser. So there you have it. When all was said and done, I at that point had 7 polishes in one manicure. That's why I said it could get complicated. But I was really happy with how that turned out. Actually, I wore this topper manicure over this one for quite a few days, and it was very enjoyable. I really liked how it turned out. In fact, the only reason why I didn't wear it longer than I did was when you have that many nail polishes layered up over each other, your edges start to peel and things start to chip. So I wasn't able to wear it as long as I might have, considering how much I enjoyed it. But there you have it. Then the last polish that I wore that month was Pretty Beautiful Unlimited, and this was Doorbuster number 6. I felt like going with something a little bit darker, and this is a beautiful sort of deep forest green. And then she has these lovely, oh, look at that big flaky right there, lovely iridescent flakies in here that are going to shift from electric green to this like pinkish orange. You've got fuchsia, purple, green. I'm not even sure that it's coming across at all on camera, if they might be being a bit shy, but I do believe there is multiple flakies in here, because the way that you're able to see multiple colors at the same time, I'm pretty sure it's a different color flash for each flaky. But just look at that huge flaky there at the bottom of the bottle. That's amazing. And then in here also, I think there's probably more items. I want to say that that pigment sort of has a metallic sheen to it, and this looked so deep and vampy on the nails. The flakies looked really nice. I was very happy with how this turned out, and I in fact wound up wearing this for quite a while at the end of that month and on into early November. So again, that last polish for October was Pretty Beautiful Unlimited, Doorbuster number 6. So there you have it. That was the October wrap-up for October 2020. Let me know down below which polishes were your favorite of this month, and if you wore any outstanding nail polishes for the month of October. Make sure to like and subscribe for more nail polish videos here on my channel, and I'll see you in that next one.